5 foods secretly weakening your legs, and what to eat instead. Are your legs feeling a little less dependable these days? Do you find yourself gripping the banister a bit tighter on the stairs, or needing a moment to push yourself up from a chair? You might dismiss it as just another part of getting older, but what if I told you that the foods you eat every day could be playing a significant role in your leg strength? It's true. While aging brings natural changes, diet plays a far bigger role in leg strength than most people realize. Every bite you take either fuels your muscles or subtly drains them. And the shocking part? Many of the biggest culprits are foods disguised as healthy choices. But there's good news. Once you understand which foods are secretly sabotaging your strength, you can reclaim your power. You can stop the silent muscle loss, protect your joints, and even rebuild your strength, all starting with a few smart changes in your meals. In this video, we'll uncover 5 surprising foods that are quietly weakening your legs, and more importantly, what you can eat instead to boost your muscle power, improve circulation, and give you lasting energy. If you're over 60 and you want to keep walking tall, navigating stairs with confidence, and enjoying your independence for years to come, then stay with me. These simple insights could change the way you eat and feel forever. Number 1. Artificial sweeteners, excess saturated fats. Found in red meat, processed foods, and some dairy products, these fats can contribute to inflammation. This inflammation hinders blood flow and nutrient delivery to your leg muscles, creating a cascade of negative effects. Imagine your leg muscles as a thriving garden. They need a constant supply of nutrients and oxygen, delivered via a robust circulatory system, to stay healthy and strong. Saturated fats, when consumed in excess, can clog those pathways, like weeds choking off the life-giving flow of water to your plants. This poor circulation leads to muscle weakness, cramping, and stiffness, making everyday activities like walking, climbing stairs, or even just standing for extended periods more challenging. Think about it. Your leg muscles are constantly working, even when you're sitting. They help maintain your posture, support your body weight, and are essential for balance. When these muscles are deprived of vital nutrients and oxygen due to impaired circulation caused by excess saturated fat, they become weaker and less efficient. This weakness can manifest in various ways, from a subtle feeling of instability to more noticeable difficulties with mobility. You might find yourself struggling to rise from a chair, experiencing frequent leg cramps, particularly at night, or feeling a general sense of stiffness and discomfort in your legs. Furthermore, the inflammation triggered by excess saturated fats can exacerbate existing joint pain, especially in the knees and hips, making movement even more difficult. This can create a vicious cycle where reduced mobility leads to further muscle weakness, and the resulting pain and stiffness can significantly impact your quality of life. It can limit your ability to engage in activities you enjoy, restrict your independence, and even increase your risk of falls. Let's illustrate this with an example. Maria, a 75-year-old woman, enjoyed a diet rich in red meat. She loved her steaks and burgers, and often indulged in charcuterie boards loaded with cured meats and cheeses. While these foods provided a sense of satisfaction and fullness, they also contributed to a high intake of saturated fats. Over time, Maria started experiencing leg cramps, especially at night, which disrupted her sleep and left her feeling fatigued during the day. She also noticed increasing stiffness in her knees, making it harder to navigate stairs and get up from chairs. Concerned about these changes, Maria consulted her doctor, who recommended reducing her saturated fat intake. Taking her doctor's advice seriously, Maria began incorporating more fish, beans, and lentils into her meals. She discovered new recipes featuring salmon, chickpeas, and black beans, finding them both delicious and satisfying. She also started using olive oil instead of butter for cooking and snacked on nuts and seeds instead of processed snacks. Within a few weeks of making these dietary changes, Maria noticed a significant improvement. The leg cramps subsided, allowing her to sleep more soundly and wake up feeling refreshed. The stiffness in her knees also decreased, making it easier for her to move around and engage in her favorite activities. Maria's experience highlights the powerful impact that reducing saturated fat intake can have on leg health and overall well-being. Instead of relying on saturated fats, prioritize healthy fats found in avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. These fats nourish your muscles, reduce inflammation, and promote healthy blood flow, ensuring that your leg muscles receive the nutrients and oxygen they need to stay strong and functional. Number 2, excess saturated fats. Next up, refined grains. Think white bread, white rice, and most breakfast cereals. These seemingly innocent foods, often touted as convenient and easy to digest, are actually silent saboteurs of leg strength. They're quickly converted to sugar in your bloodstream, leading to a rapid spike in blood glucose levels. This surge triggers a corresponding surge in insulin, a hormone responsible for regulating blood sugar. Over time, consistently high insulin levels can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where your cells become less responsive to insulin signals. This can pave the way for type 2 diabetes and a host of other health problems, including muscle weakness. This rapid conversion to sugar also contributes to energy crashes. You might experience a burst of energy immediately after consuming refined grains, but it's quickly followed by a dramatic dip, leaving you feeling sluggish, tired, and lacking the motivation to engage in physical activity. This cycle of energy highs and lows can make it challenging to maintain a consistent exercise routine, which is crucial for building and maintaining leg strength. Furthermore, the refined nature of these grains means they've been stripped of their vital nutrients, including fiber, B vitamins, and minerals like magnesium. Fiber is essential for regulating blood sugar levels and promoting digestive health. B vitamins play a critical role in energy production and nerve function, both essential for maintaining strong, healthy legs. Magnesium is involved in muscle contraction and relaxation, and a deficiency can contribute to muscle cramps and weakness. The lack of fiber in refined grains also contributes to inflammation. Fiber helps nourish the beneficial bacteria in your gut, which play a crucial role in maintaining a healthy immune system and reducing inflammation throughout the body. When your gut microbiome is disrupted due to a lack of fiber, it can lead to chronic, low-grade inflammation, which can damage muscle tissue and impede recovery after physical activity. This inflammation can manifest as pain, stiffness, and reduced mobility in your legs, making everyday activities more challenging. Consider George, a 68-year-old retired teacher who started his day with a bagel and coffee. He loved the convenience and familiar taste, but he often felt sluggish and mentally foggy afterward. By mid-afternoon, his legs ached, making it difficult to enjoy his daily walks. He attributed this to his age, assuming it was just a natural part of getting older. However, after a routine checkup, his doctor suggested he try switching to whole grain toast with avocado. Intrigued, George decided to give it a try. He replaced his morning bagel with whole wheat toast topped with avocado and a sprinkle of red pepper flakes. The difference was remarkable. His energy levels stabilized throughout the day, the afternoon leg pain diminished, and he felt more mentally alert and focused. He found he could walk further and with greater ease, rediscovering his love for exploring his neighborhood. This simple change, swapping refined grains for a whole grain alternative, made a significant difference in George's overall well-being and leg health. Instead of refined grains, opt for whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and whole wheat bread. These nutrient-rich alternatives provide sustained energy, essential vitamins and minerals, and a healthy dose of fiber, all of which contribute to stronger, healthier legs. They help regulate blood sugar levels, preventing energy crashes and reducing inflammation. They also provide the necessary fuel and building blocks for your muscles to function optimally, allowing you to maintain your strength, mobility, and independence. Number 3, excess saturated fats. Number 3, excess saturated fats. The third culprit, quietly weakening your legs, is an overabundance of saturated fats. While some fat is essential for overall health, too much saturated fat, commonly found in red meat, processed foods like sausages and bacon, commercially baked goods, and some dairy products, can set off a chain reaction that negatively impacts your leg strength and overall mobility. These fats contribute to inflammation, a process your body uses to protect itself from injury and infection. However, when inflammation becomes chronic, it can wreak havoc on your system, including your leg muscles. Think of your circulatory system as a network of highways and byways, delivering essential nutrients and oxygen to your muscles. These nutrients are the building blocks for strong, healthy muscles, and oxygen is the fuel that powers their function. When you consume excessive amounts of saturated fats, they can contribute to the buildup of plaque in your arteries, narrowing these passageways and restricting blood flow. This reduced blood flow means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reach your leg muscles, effectively starving them of the resources they need to thrive. This deprivation can manifest in several ways. You might experience muscle weakness, making everyday tasks like climbing stairs or simply rising from a chair more challenging. Leg cramps, especially those that strike at night, can become more frequent and intense, disrupting your sleep and leaving you feeling fatigued. You may also notice increased stiffness in your legs, making movement more difficult and uncomfortable. Over time, this chronic inflammation and reduced circulation can even contribute to the development of more serious conditions like peripheral artery disease, PAD, which further compromises blood flow to your extremities. Let's consider the case of David, a 72-year-old retired carpenter. David enjoyed a hearty breakfast of bacon and eggs every morning and often indulged in cheeseburgers for lunch. While these meals provided a sense of comfort and satisfaction, they also contributed to a high intake of saturated fats. Over time, David noticed increasing pain and stiffness in his legs, particularly when walking. He initially dismissed it as a natural part of aging, but the pain progressively worsened, limiting his ability to enjoy his daily walks and even making it difficult to perform simple household chores. Concerned about his declining mobility, David visited his doctor, who recommended a blood test to assess his cholesterol levels. The results revealed elevated levels of LDL cholesterol, often referred to as bad cholesterol, which is associated with an increased risk of heart disease and circulatory problems. The doctor explained that David's high saturated fat intake was likely contributing to his leg pain and stiffness by hindering blood flow to his leg muscles. He advised David to reduce his saturated fat consumption and incorporate more healthy fats into his diet. Taking his doctor's advice seriously, David began making gradual changes to his eating habits. He swapped his bacon and eggs for oatmeal with berries and nuts, and his cheeseburgers were replaced with grilled chicken salads or lentil soup. He started using olive oil instead of butter for cooking, and snacked on almonds and walnuts instead of potato chips. Within a few weeks of making these dietary adjustments, David noticed a significant improvement in his leg pain and stiffness. He was able to resume his daily walks and regain the mobility he had lost. David's experience highlights the profound impact that reducing saturated fat intake can have on leg health and overall well-being. Instead of relying on saturated fats, prioritize healthy fats found in avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. These unsaturated fats nourish your muscles, reduce inflammation, and promote healthy blood flow, ensuring that your leg muscles receive the vital nutrients and oxygen they need to remain strong and functional. By making this simple shift in your diet, you can take a proactive step towards protecting your leg health and maintaining your independence as you age. Number 4. Alcohol. While a celebratory toast or a relaxing evening drink might seem harmless, regular and excessive alcohol consumption can significantly impact your leg health, contributing to weakness, instability, and an increased risk of falls. Alcohol interferes with several crucial processes in the body that are essential for maintaining strong, healthy leg muscles. One of the primary ways alcohol weakens your legs is through its impact on muscle protein synthesis. This is the process by which your body repairs and rebuilds muscle tissue, essential for maintaining strength and function. Alcohol disrupts this process, hindering your body's ability to repair the microscopic damage that occurs in muscle fibers during everyday activities and exercise. Over time, this impaired muscle repair can lead to a gradual loss of muscle mass and strength, particularly in your legs. This weakness can manifest as difficulty climbing stairs, rising from a chair, or even maintaining balance while walking. Furthermore, alcohol can interfere with nutrient absorption, depriving your leg muscles of the essential building blocks they need to stay strong and healthy. It can hinder the absorption of vital vitamins and minerals, such as vitamin D, calcium, and magnesium, all of which play crucial roles in muscle function and bone health. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, which is essential for strong bones. Magnesium is involved in muscle contraction and relaxation, and a deficiency can contribute to muscle cramps and weakness. By interfering with the absorption of these vital nutrients, alcohol further compromises your leg strength and increases your risk of falls and fractures. Alcohol also dehydrates your body, drawing water out of your muscles and other tissues. This dehydration can lead to muscle cramps, stiffness, and reduced flexibility, making movement more difficult and uncomfortable. Dehydration can also exacerbate existing joint pain, particularly in the knees and hips, which can further restrict your mobility and increase your risk of falls. Imagine your muscles as sponges. When they're properly hydrated, they're plump and resilient, able to absorb shock and support your body weight. However, when they're dehydrated, they become dry and brittle, more susceptible to injury, and less capable of performing their essential functions. In addition to these direct effects on muscle health, alcohol can also impact your balance and coordination, increasing your risk of falls. It can impair your nervous system, affecting the signals that travel between your brain and your muscles, making it harder to maintain your balance and react quickly to changes in your environment. This impaired coordination can make you more prone to stumbling and falling, which can lead to serious injuries, particularly in older adults. Let's consider the case of Robert, a 70-year-old retired accountant who enjoyed a nightly cocktail to unwind after a long day. He began experiencing numbness and tingling in his feet and ankles, and he noticed that his balance was becoming increasingly unsteady. He initially dismissed these symptoms as a natural part of aging, but they progressively worsened, making him apprehensive about walking and engaging in his usual activities. Concerned about his declining mobility, Robert consulted his doctor, who inquired about his lifestyle habits, including his alcohol consumption. Robert admitted to having a nightly cocktail, and his doctor explained that this regular alcohol intake could be contributing to his symptoms. Alcohol can damage the peripheral nerves, particularly in the legs and feet, leading to numbness, tingling, and pain. This condition, known as alcoholic neuropathy, can significantly impair balance and increase the risk of falls. The doctor suggested that Robert cut back on his alcohol consumption and prioritize hydration. Robert took his doctor's advice seriously and reduced his alcohol intake to 1 drink a few times a week. He also started drinking more water throughout the day to stay hydrated. Gradually, the numbness and tingling in his feet subsided, and he noticed a significant improvement in his balance and coordination. He felt more confident walking and was able to resume his favorite activities without fear of falling. Robert's experience highlights the detrimental effects of excessive alcohol consumption on leg health and the positive impact that reducing intake and prioritizing hydration can have on overall well-being. If you choose to drink alcohol, do so in moderation. Moderate drinking is generally defined as up to 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 drinks per day for men. Prioritize hydration by drinking plenty of water throughout the day, especially if you consume alcohol. Staying hydrated is crucial for maintaining muscle function, preventing cramps, and supporting overall health. By making conscious choices about your alcohol consumption and prioritizing hydration, you can take proactive steps towards protecting your leg health and maintaining your independence as you age. Number 5. Not enough protein. Protein is the cornerstone of muscle health. Think of it as the bricks and mortar that build and repair your muscle tissue. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at utilizing protein, meaning we need to consume more of it to maintain our muscle mass and strength. Without adequate protein, our muscles begin to break down, a process known as sarcopenia, leading to weakness, decreased mobility, and an increased risk of falls. This loss of muscle mass can significantly impact our ability to perform everyday activities, from climbing stairs and carrying groceries to simply rising from a chair. Imagine your leg muscles as a bustling construction site. Protein provides the raw materials needed to build new structures and repair existing ones. Without sufficient protein, the construction crew is left idle, unable to complete essential maintenance and upgrades. This can lead to a gradual deterioration of the infrastructure, making it weaker and less resilient. This is precisely what happens to our muscles when we don't consume enough protein. The recommended daily allowance, RDA, for protein is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. However, this recommendation is generally considered too low for older adults, who require more protein to counteract age-related muscle loss. Experts now suggest that older adults aim for 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, or even higher if they are particularly active or recovering from an illness or injury. Several factors contribute to the increased protein needs of older adults. First, as we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing and utilizing protein. This means we need to consume more protein to achieve the same muscle building and repair benefits. Second, hormonal changes associated with aging can also contribute to muscle loss. For example, declining levels of testosterone and growth hormone can accelerate muscle breakdown. Finally, older adults are often less active than younger adults, which can further contribute to muscle loss. By increasing their protein intake, Older adults can help offset these age-related changes and maintain their muscle mass and strength. A protein deficiency can manifest in various ways, including muscle weakness, fatigue, reduced mobility, and an increased risk of falls. You might find yourself struggling to climb stairs, rise from a chair, or even maintain balance while walking. You may also experience increased fatigue and a general lack of energy, making it challenging to engage in your usual activities. Over time, this muscle weakness can significantly impact your independence and quality of life, making it difficult to perform even the simplest of tasks. Let's consider the case of Carol, a 78-year-old who followed a primarily carbohydrate-based diet. She loved her pasta, bread, and rice, but she rarely included protein-rich foods in her meals. Over time, Carol noticed her legs felt weaker and walking became more difficult. She found herself gripping the banister tighter on the stairs and needing to use her arms to push herself up from a chair. Concerned about her declining mobility, Carol visited her doctor. After a thorough examination and review of Carol's dietary habits, her doctor recommended increasing her protein intake. He explained that Carol's low protein intake was likely contributing to her muscle weakness and reduced mobility. He advised her to include lean protein sources in every meal and snack. Carol took her doctor's advice seriously and started incorporating more protein into her diet. She began her day with a bowl of Greek yogurt topped with berries and nuts. For lunch, she added chickpeas or lentils to her salads and soups. She also started having grilled fish or chicken for dinner, along with a side of steamed vegetables. She even added a handful of almonds or walnuts to her afternoon snack. Gradually, Carol regained strength in her legs. She felt more steady on her feet and was able to navigate stairs and rise from a chair with greater ease. She rediscovered her love for gardening and walking, activities she had previously struggled with due to her muscle weakness. Carol's experience highlights the crucial role of protein in maintaining leg strength and overall mobility, especially as we age. Ensure you're getting enough protein by including a variety of lean protein sources in your daily diet. Excellent choices include fish, poultry, beans, lentils, Greek yogurt, eggs, nuts, and seeds. Aim to distribute your protein intake throughout the day, including some protein with every meal and snack. This will help ensure that your muscles have a constant supply of the building blocks they need to stay strong and healthy. By prioritizing protein in your diet, you can take a proactive step towards protecting your leg health, maintaining your independence, and enjoying a vibrant, active life as you age. Your legs are your foundation. They've carried you through life's adventures. By making conscious choices about what you eat, you can nourish your muscles, regain strength, and maintain your independence. You're never too old to prioritize your health and reclaim your vitality. Start small, make gradual changes, and enjoy the rewards of stronger, healthier legs. If you found these tips on maintaining strength and independence after 60 helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below sharing your own experiences, and subscribe to the channel to receive notifications. Your support helps us continue providing valuable content like this, absolutely free. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest tips for thriving in life after 60.